Hello, hello, friends. I remembered I have these lights that go behind my TV, and they were just sitting in a box and I wasn't using them. So I decided to put them on last night, and they look pretty cool. I might need something over here to balance it out now, but it turned out good. Luna's very mad today. She's sitting down on the floor with airplane ears just glaring at me. What is going on with you today? Today, we have the Apple Bush by JMoat13. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. So we have a 6x6 puzzle today. Normal 6x6 rules state that we need to place the numbers 1 through 6 once each in every one of these boxes, once each in every row, and once each in every column. We'll have to figure out where they go. We have the tree. In row 6, column 4, there is a sapling that grows into a tree entirely contained within the grid. The tree branches upward through cells depending on its nutrient level, a cell's value. Oh, okay. The tree must only branch upwards into any of the above 3 adjacent cells with the following logic. Nutrient level of 1 or 2 does not branch up any further. Nutrient level of 3 or 4 branches up 1 time. Nutrient level of 5 to 6 branches up 2 times. Okay, so this is like a line drawing puzzle. We're going to have to figure out where the branches go. Okay. If row 3, column 3 was a 5 and a part of the tree, it would branch into 2 of the following cells: row 2, column 2, row 2, column 3, and row 2, column 4. Okay, this is a 5, which is a nutrient level 5, 6 branches up 2 times, so I would need to draw lines into 2 of these cells. Would have to figure out where they go. Okay, branches never merge or cross diagonally. Okay, apples. All apples hang on the tree. Digits on apples never repeat. Okay, so we definitely will have branches here. And digits don't repeat on apples, so these are each going to be a different number. Might be some shading that would be good here. What else do we know? Blackbirds. Digits separated by a blackbird, black cropky dot, have a ratio of 1 to 2. Okay, so one of these is double the other, like 1 and 2, or 3 and 6, or 50 and 100. Something where one is double the other. Would you like me to pick you up, Luna? She ran away. That's not the answer we wanted today. All right, sounds good to me. How do we want to get started? There is a link to this puzzle in the description, as usual, and there's also a link to a Google form if you'd like to submit a puzzle, which would be super cool. Wow, how do we want to get started? Okay. Coffee while I think. Each of these is a different number, so we could do some shading. Like, I see that these 2 digits are going to go here. But I need digits. Like, I don't know if it would help me to know where all the blue cells are if I shade this blue and figure out where it goes everywhere. I don't know if that would help me too much. I need to figure out digits. So this would probably be good. Black Kropke on a 6x6 just means this can't be a 5, right? Could be a 1 or a 2, could be a 2 and a 4, could be a 3 and a 6, but there's no way that a 5 works. So 5 is going to go here somewhere. This does also see this. Okay. Ooh. The sapling. Oh, you know what? 1 and 2 doesn't branch up at all. I was thinking 1 and 2 branches up once, 3 and 4 branches up twice, 5 and 6 branches up 3 times. That's not true. Don't do that. That's not what it says if you read the rules, Kathy. 1 and 2 doesn't branch up any further. So I don't want this to be a 1 or a 2. We do want the tree to grow. I want this to be a 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Okay, well, I can't put a 5 on here first off. And this will end up being a 2, 6, 3. For the Kropke. Can I do this with only 1 branch? What color do I want my tree to be? That's another good question. I was thinking green, but the apples are green. I might do a pink tree. Can I do this with only 1 branch? I have these 3 options, right? I definitely need to go into one of these 2 cells in order to get here, because I need to have a branch on each of the apples, right? All apples hang on the tree. Yeah. So I need to go here or here. Oh, in order to get here though, this is such an extreme diagonal. And there's no way I can get from here. I can never move sideways. That's a good thing to think about. Each row, I might want to think about how many branches I need in each row. But in order to get all the way over here from the start, I have to go this way. To get here, I could branch off from here or here. Ooh, or even like this. I should stop sketching and maybe figure something out. But I definitely have to have a branch like this for sure. And then I will need a second branch in order to get over here. There's no way to get there from this situation. So this needs to be a 5 or a 6, making it a 6, and this will be a 3. This can no longer be 3, 6, so it's going to have for sure a 2, and then be a 1, 2, 4. Nice. Now what? Because of Sudoku, I definitely, whoops, have a 3, 6 here. Okay, so we kind of have another digit on the line, right? If this is a, ooh, I wasn't, this actually, it's not, but I wouldn't want this to be a 1 or a 2 because I know this keeps going. So this is also not a 1 or a 2. Okay. I definitely have at least one branch coming off of this cell. So what if I have a second branch? I need to get here somehow. I could branch off here. This could be a 5 or a 6. I could branch off here. This could be a 6 and I go straight up. I could have a 6 and a 5 and this goes like this somehow. Ooh. All of the apples are different. So 2 of the apples are going to have a 1 and a 2. I have to place a 1 and a 2 on an apple and they're not going to branch up any further. I think this could be a 1 because, like a 1 or a 2, because I could get to this apple from here. That would be fine. Or I could get here. I could go like this. I don't need to have this, so this could be a 1 or a 2. What if this doesn't go up any further? I need to remember also, I have other branches that aren't on apples. Like, I could have branches here to work with. I don't need to use the apples. But I do need branches on apples. So I think thinking about it like, how do I get from this apple to this apple is not really a good idea. Because I do have branches in other places. I feel like that might be a good song title. Branches in other places. I don't know. If I have to have a 1 and a 2 on an apple, I also have to have a 5 and a 6. Are there any that I wouldn't want branching up 2 times? Oh, what if we have too many 5s and 6s and the grid just gets filled with trees? Would that be, like, mathematically, we could think about that. How we can branch up to 6 times into row 1. And so from here, what's the most branches you can get? If you have a branch on 3, 4, 5, and 6, that's 6 branches. So we could do 3, 4, 5, 6 over and over again and actually be fine. The 1 and the 2 is a good idea. If I think about it that way, I definitely need 2 branches in row 1. I need 1 branch here for the apple, but I also need a branch at least to get to here. So I would need 1 here. So I have at least 2 branches in row 2 also. Row 3, though, has at least 3 branches because I need a branch here, and then somehow to get to here. So I have at least 3 branches here. Row 4, I could do it with just 2 branches, I think. I think it's possible. We only need branches on the apples. I need to make sure I erase that. So, this can't, the branch here, wherever it ends up, it can't be a 3, and it won't be a 1 or a 2, but it could be a 4 or a 5. It could be a 4 where I only branch up once. I think that would be fine. Huh. I don't think too many branches is a problem. What if I go up to 6 and then I also have a 5 here? Are there any of these that need to go up? This one doesn't because I could get to this apple from here. This one doesn't because I could get from here to this apple. This one doesn't because I suppose I could technically go like that. Oh, you know what? I don't want these to branch up at all. This is gonna have to be my 1, 2. If it was a 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm gonna go off the grid. Oh, so I can only have 2 branches up here. The 3, 4, 5, 6 that goes here will not have branches on them. Ah, that's good. That's good. Meaning that these are definitely a 3, 4, 5, 6. This one can't be a 3, but that's okay. Nice. So I need this to be a 3 or 4 only. It can't be a 1 or a 2, so it is going to branch up, and I need it to not branch here. So this has to be a 5 or a 6. This is definitely going to connect here. Okay, perfect. There's my 1 branch that I got there. So I do need to get to here somehow. That's okay. I could have more branches in row 2 though. I need at least 2. But I could have up to 4 because I could end up on a 1 or a 2. Like this could be a 6. I go this way to a 4 and then this way to a 1 or a 2. And like that would be fine. Okay. Thinking about I didn't want to shade for the apples earlier because knowing where blue was didn't help me, but maybe I do now. Yes, these 2 digits are going to go right here. So this is a 3, 4, 5, 6 for the row. So this is going to be a 1, 2. This can't be a 2, so this is a 1 and this is a 2. Meaning these are not 1, it's going to be a 2, 4. This is a 1, 5. This can't be a 4, so this is also a 3, 5, 6. If there's a branch here, I don't want it to be a 5, 6. If I do have up to 4 branches here, they need to be on 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5 and 6 in this row do not have branches on them. So I don't want to have branches on 3, 4, 5, and 6 here because I don't want to end up with 6 branches. I could have a maximum of 4 branches in this row. Okay, maximum of 2 branches here, maximum of 4 branches here. So this would be a maximum of, I need at least 3, a maximum of 4 branches. If I do a 6, a 3, and a 1 and a 2 or something like that, that'd be a maximum of 4 branches also. So what does that tell me? Huh. I think I was worried about earlier 1s and 2s limiting my branches, but I think I need to be more worried about the 5s and 6s giving me more branches. Like this tree might grow too much. Might be the issue. Maybe I need to consider that. Let's try some shading, see if I can figure out some digits here. This is going to be green and pink. This is for sure an orange because this digit goes up here somewhere, but it's not green or pink. Red is a 1 or a 2, so it's one of these. These are going to be, I'm not sure. Maybe this isn't helpful. Red goes here somewhere, or here. This is a 4, 5, 6. This is green or pink, so one of these is not a 6. That's all that tells me. Where does 6 go in here? One of these has to be a 6. It's not going to have a branch on it. 5 and 6 in here, in boxes 1 and 2, do not have branches on them. 3 and 4 definitely do. So this is a 3 or a 4, and I have a 3 or a 4 here that gets a branch on it. And then I could have branches on 1 and 2, but I don't need to. There's a 3 or a 4 here that gets a branch to go to here. Oh, another thing to think about. This definitely branches up at least once. This definitely branches up at least once. So I need them to go to 1s or 2s. I think I might have said that, but I didn't do anything with it. I definitely have 3 branches at least in this row that do branch up somewhere. Because I need one here that does to get to here. And this can't be a 1 or a 2, so it's gonna go somewhere. Okay. This could be a 3 and this could be a 4. I could have them branch up only once, but at a minimum, I have a 3, 4, 5, or 6. So at a minimum, I do have 4 branches here. But at a maximum, I want 4 branches maximum. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this row do have branches on them. That's something to think about. 1, 2, 3, and 4 do have branches. So the 3 or 4 connects to this, and I have a 3 or a 4 connecting to this. And then I have a 1 or a 2 somewhere that also has branches on it. Having branches on them and also branching up, how many times they branch up are 2 different variables that I need to think about, and I don't want to confuse those numbers. There are 4 branches in this row. They are on a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hi, Luna. Meaning there are only 3 branches here that branch up. It's going to be a 3 and a 4, and then either a 5 or a 6. I could also have branches on 1 and 2, but that won't go anywhere. How do I use that? 3, 4, 3. So 3 and 4 in this row definitely have branches on them. And then also either a 5 or a 6, but not both. I don't want a branch to go here, I think. Because if there's a branch on the cell, it goes up somewhere. And so at a minimum, this would be like, this is a 3, this is a 4, this is a 5 or a 6, so it goes like this. This could be a 3. Yeah, that's too many branches over here. Okay, thinking about it like this. In these cells, I can only have 3 branches. I said, I need to erase this. I said in this row, I only want 4 branches. Exactly 4 branches is what I'm going to have. I already have one of them. So in here, I can only have 3 branches. Between these two, a 3, 4, 5, 6, I could have a minimum of 2, a maximum of 4. One of these needs to be a 3 or a 4. What if the branch over here that goes here is a 5 or a 6? Is that bad? This could be a 3, this could be a 4. This could be a 5 or a 6. That would be fine. What am I missing? What am I not thinking about? 1, 2, 3, and 4 need to have branches on them here. The other 3 or 4 needs to be one of these. So this won't be a 3 or a 4. So this is going to be a 1, 2, 5, 6. I know that this digit is one of these. Huh. This could still be a 3. That's throwing off my math here. What if I go further back down and think about how I get here? It's either from here or from here. This definitely branches up at least once. Okay, yeah, this is good to think about also. I have exactly 4 branches in this row. In this row, I have this, and then the branch that's going to go up to here. That is a minimum 3, 4, 5 here. So let's just to pick a cell, let's say it's this one. I definitely have 3 branches here that are going to go up. I could also have a 1 and a 2 on a branch, so I could have up to 5 branches. I definitely don't want 6 branches. I need at least 3. I'm between 3 and 5 on the branches here in this row. So if this is a 5 or a 6 and I have 1, 2, this could be a 3 and I go like this. Huh. Is there a way I could get to this cell from here? That's what I kind of want to think about. Is this an option? If this is a 3, if this is a 3, this is a 4, this is a 5 or a 6, and I go like this. Gosh, I have too many options. I'm having a hard time narrowing them down. 3, 5, 6. I liked the thought process of in here, I can only have 3 branches because I have a 4th here already. This for sure goes up once, at least. This for sure goes up once, at least. And then I would need a 3, 4, 5, 6 that goes up here. Where does the other 3, 4, 5, 6 go? Well, I definitely have a 1 and a 2. Okay, I definitely have a 1 and a 2 up here, which won't branch anywhere. So this digit up here is going to be the digit that branches up. So if this is a 5 or a 6, then the 5 or the 6 here will be what branches up here. Oh, this is good to think about. Okay. If this is a 5 or a 6 because I branch up like this, then I also have a 5 or a 6 here, which will branch up here. Maybe it goes here and like this or something. But this digit is also how many times I'm going to branch up from here. Is there something I can work out here? If this is a 5 or a 6, this would have to be a 3, 4. I don't want 2, 5, 6s. If this is a 3 or a 4, then one of these would be a 5, 6 going up twice. It's better to say, I think this needs to be a 5, 6. I can't have 2 of these be a 5, 6 because in the branches that are going up in this row, I need them to be a 3, a 4, and either a 5 or a 6. So if this is a 5, 6 and one of these is a 5, 6, that means I'm going up too many times. Okay, this is a 5, 6. The 3, 4 goes in here. What do I do with the fact that this is a 5, 6? That's good information. What does it tell me? That tells me that this is a 5 or a 6. This goes up twice. Okay, back, I said I don't want to do shading, but maybe I should have. So this does go up twice. One of them for sure needs to go here in order to get here. But that's okay, it will, no matter what. This branch, wherever it goes, one of them goes to a dead end, 1 or a 2. The other one goes up into this digit that'll take me here. This digit is going to be one of these. It doesn't help to be over here. So this is going to be a 1 or a 2. This can't be a 6. I don't remember what this was for. Oh, I needed the 3, 4 to be over here somewhere. Okay. This is a 1 or a 2. The digit here is going to be this one. So what if I want to look more at what if this is a 5, 6. This would be a 3 and a 4. They only go up once. One of them ends up here. One of them ends up at a 1, 2. A 5, 6 going here would mean one of them goes up to the 3, 4, and one of them ends up at a 1, 2. Okay. Let's do some shading. Yellow. There's gotta be something I can figure out with this. This digit is not red, pink, orange, or green. This is either blue or yellow, and it's going to be one of these. Which means this digit is also one of these. Interesting. Interesting. Not sure what to do with that. These digits are going to go down here. No. Back to this, where I kind of know what these are. This digit is going to be the one that branches up from here. That's good to know. So I have 2 branches from here. Something like this. How am I going to get here? The 1 and the 2 don't have branches on them. They could. What if this is a 6 and it just goes up to here? Am I overthinking this? Am I missing something down here that I can do? This digit goes over here somewhere. This 6 still needs to go up somewhere, and it's going to branch up to here. So whichever one it is, I don't want it to be a 1 or a 2. It's going to land on a 5 or a 4. What if the digit it lands on is a 5 and it goes up twice? Oh, that might be good to think about. But what if this is a 5 and it just goes up into a dead end 2 here? I do still have a dead end option. Thinking collectively again as the whole puzzle, how many branches I can and also want to have in each row. This definitely has at least 3 branches and they go up 4 times. This definitely has 2 branches. It would be possible to get what I need off of just these 2. So I think this can be a 3 and just go up here. And this could be a 4 and just go up here. And I think that's fine. What if this is also a 6? It could just dead end. What if this is a 5? I could have a 3 and just dead end to here. This 5 or 6 dead ends into the other 1 or 2, and also the helpful digit that takes me there. This was good. Where does 2 go in this column? 2 is one of these. What if this is a 3, 4, 5, 6? I know that the other half of this 3, 4 is going to go here somewhere to get to here. I think I'm thinking about a bunch of good individual things, but I'm having a hard time putting them together. up here. I need like notes. 2 branches exactly total, minimum and maximum, only 2 branches. In here, I know I'm going to have 4 branches. They're on the digits 1, 2, 3, 4. The 3 and the 4 branch up to here. The 1 and the 2 are dead ends. So I do not have branches on 5 and 6 here. In here, I'm still at the point where I have at least 3 branches. I have this one, and then I have one here that'll take me up to here. One of those is a 5 or a 6. The other 2 are 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 are on branches here. Oh, holy. This can't both be a 3 and a 4 because of this apple. One of these is a 5 or a 6. Did I notice that before? I don't think I did. One of these is a 5 or a 6. They can't both be 3, 4 because of this. So if one of these is a 5 or a 6, this needs to be a 3, 4 that goes over here. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. One of these has to be a 5 or a 6. They can't be 3, 4 because they're apples. And if I know I have 3 branches, this one, and one of these, I have a 3 and a 4 and a 5, 6 because I can only have 4 branches in row 2. If one of these is the 5, 6, it means this one has to be the 3, 4. So this is a 3, 4. So this only branches up once. I cannot get to this cell from here. So I need to get to this cell, gosh, from here. Okay, meaning I need to access both this cell and this cell in this row now. This could be a 6 and I go up like this. I know that this cell goes at least to here. I could also have it go to here. This is good though. This is good. This is good. So this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. This dead ends into a 1, 2, and then also goes to a 3 or a 4. This is the same 3, 4 that this one is. And it's going to be this one, because if I shade, this 3, 4 is different than this 3, 4, which means this 3, 4 is this 3, 4, so it can't be this one. So this has to be the 3, 4 that I go to. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. This needs to go to a 3, 4, and then also dead end into a 1, 2, so it goes like this for sure. We're getting branches! Oh my gosh. Now, how do I get here? This digit and this digit and this digit are all the same. Meaning I need this digit to be in here somewhere. This is going to be a 3 or a 4, and it's the same as this one. I should just shade to make it easier. It can't be a 3, so these are all 4s. Meaning this is not a 4. It's a 3 here. This is a 4, so this is a 2, and this is a 4. Oh, very cool. This is a 2. This is a 1. This is a 2. This is not a 2. 3, 5, 6. One of these is a 3. Okay. 2, 4 doesn't change this. This becomes a 1, 5. So this is a 1 and this is a 5. Okay. Now this is interesting. Hold on. This can't be a 1. But 2, 5, 6 looks fine. This also can't be 1. This is a 2, meaning this is a 1. This can't be a 2. It's a 5, 6. This is a 1, so this is a 5, so this is a 1, so this is a 6. So this is not a 6, this is not a 6. This is a 6. This is a 5, this is a 1. On a roll. This becomes a 3, 5, but this is a 5, so this is a 3, and this is a 5. Okay. Meaning this also branches up twice. Oh no. Okay, hold on. I think that's fine. I'm gonna stop Sudoku for a second and look at the branching stuff instead. I like that thought process better. This needs to go up another time, and it needs to go into a digit that can take me here. So this needs to go to the 4. This can only branch once, so I need it to go here. That's the only way to get here. This does branch up twice, but I need something to bring me here, so it's gonna go here. Oh no. This branches twice, and that's fine. This branches twice to a 2 that dead ends. This branches up twice to a 4 and a 1 that dead ends. I'm gonna get rid of my circles. Make the branches look nicer. Oh man, okay. 6 went up twice, we're fine. This 6 went up twice, this 4 went up once, this 4 went up once, this 5 went up twice, this 6 went up twice, this 1 dead ends, this 4 goes up twice, or sorry, once, this 2 dead ends. Now I need to look at these digits. Okay. I have so many branches. I can't believe at the beginning I was worried about the 1s and 2s and not getting enough branches. But the real thing to look at is the 5s and 6s and too many branches. That's funny. One of these will be a 5 and branch up twice. I know I need to have a branch on a 1, a 3, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4 in here. So this is going to be a 2, 3, 6. This is going to be a 6 because of Sudoku. So I don't want a branch here. I am going to have a branch here, here, here. All of these are going to have branches on them. I don't want this to be the 5 because I don't want to branch onto a 6 here. This is going to be a 3. This is going to be a 5. Because if this video was too long and you skipped around and you didn't hear my explanation before, I can only have 2 branches in this first column, in this first row. I can only have 2 branches here. So I only want to have branches on 1, 2, 3, and 4 in here. I don't want branches on 5 and 6 because there's nowhere for them to go. I would end up off the grid. So this has to be a 5 because of Sudoku. This ends up being a 2 and this ends up being a 3. I also have a branch here, which dead ends. I have a branch here and here. This one dead ends. This one is going to go to the 1. And I think our tree is good now. I'm going to double check. This 6 branched twice, this 6 branched twice, this 4 branched once, this 4 branched once, this 5 branched twice, this 6 branched twice, 3 branched once, 5 branched twice, 2 dead ends, 4 branched once, 1 dead ends, 2 dead end, 3 branched once, 1 dead end, 4 branched once, 1 and 2 dead ends. Yay! Oh my gosh, that was so cool. That made me think. Oh my gosh, sing a song of 6 apples and a pocket full of rye. Oh no, I don't know that one. That went over my head a little bit. Oh my gosh, this was so cool. For a 6x6 line drawing puzzle with this much thinking involved was really cool. I want to be clear, that's a compliment. I enjoy puzzles that make me think. That's not a complaint at all. Wow, and it's really funny that at the beginning of the puzzle, I was so worried about 1s and 2s really limiting my branches and not being able to go anywhere, but the 5s and 6 making too many branches, it's like this tree just took over my yard, right? I had too many branches and I had to limit them. Pruning the tree was important. This logic early on was really nice, how I needed to figure out the extremes of where I needed to go and that I couldn't do this with only 1 branch from the start. I needed to start with 2 branches. But then by the end, I'm trying to limit the branches that I have left. I think at the beginning I said I didn't want to shade for the apples because it wasn't going to tell me digits. And it wouldn't have been helpful at the time to know like, oh, where all the blue and all the yellow is. And that I needed digits first. But then after that, it would have been really helpful to shade. What was the real turning point when I finally figured out how this was going to work was thinking about, instead of thinking about 1 row at a time, thinking about how they worked together, which if I can only have 2 branches here, that means I can only branch up 2 times, but I'm going to get a lot of branches in this row because of what's happening here. That was important to think about. And also that, whatever this digit was ends up being this digit. And whatever this digit was is the one that branches up from here. That was good to think about. Wow, this was really cool. There's a 9x9 puzzle that I plan on doing tomorrow called the Apple Tree, which should be really exciting. I'm looking forward to that. But very nice puzzle, JMoat. Let me know how you all did in the comments.